Everyone says GPT-4o is the smartest model, but they're testing the wrong things. For complex logic and human-like writing, it's actually the inferior choice. Let me show you. I've spent the last few months stress testing both models across thousands of lines of production code and dozens of high-conversion landing pages. I didn't look at the marketing benchmarks. I looked at the actual output, and the gap is wider than you think. In this video, we're skipping the fluff. I'm going to show you exactly where GPT-4o breaks down and why Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the new gold standard for nuance. Whether you're a developer trying to ship a complex feature or a copywriter fighting that generic AI voice, this is the blueprint for choosing the right tool for the job. Let's dive in. Let's be honest. You've felt it. That moment where GPT-4o starts to slide. You feed it a complex code base. You ask for a specific logic fix. It gives you a snippet that looks perfect. But when you run it, it breaks. Or worse, it just deletes half your existing functions to simplify the code. It's the lazy coder syndrome. You spend more time debugging the AI's shortcuts than you would have spent writing the code from scratch. And for the writers, it's even more frustrating. You ask for a high-converting landing page. You get back a tapestry of innovation that unlocks your potential. It's that unmistakable AI smell. Robotic, predictable, sterile. You're not looking for a chatbot that can write a poem about a cat. You're a professional. You need a tool that understands architectural constraints. You need a tool that catches subtle emotional triggers in a sentence. The industry keeps pushing benchmarks, but benchmarks are lies. They test for general knowledge. They don't test for the nuance required to actually ship a product or close a lead. You're using a generalist tool for a specialist's job. In that gap, that's where your productivity is dying. Stop looking at the benchmarks. Benchmarks are for labs, not for real-world workflows. If you're a dev or a writer, you don't care about MMLU scores. You care about whether the code actually runs and whether the copy sounds like a human wrote it. This is where Claude 3.5 Sonnet doesn't just compete, it dominates. Let's start with the biggest pain point for developers, AI laziness. We've all been there with GPT-4o. You ask for a complex refactor, and it gives you the first 10 lines and a comment saying, "Insert logic here." It's lazy. It's frustrating. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is different. It has a fundamentally different approach to code completion. It doesn't just suggest the path, it builds the whole bridge. It handles complex logic, like state management in React or intricate Python decorators, without drifting. This is why the industry is shifting. If you want to see this in action, stop using the web interface and plug Claude 3.5 into Cursor AI. It transforms the IDE into a collaborative pair programmer that actually understands your entire code base, not just the open file. Now, let's talk about the AI smell. Professional copywriters know it instantly. GPT-4o loves words like tapestry, delve, and in the ever-evolving landscape. It sounds like a corporate brochure written by a robot trying to pass as a human. It's sterile. Claude 3.5 Sonnet understands nuance. It captures subtext. It handles irony. It doesn't over-explain. While GPT-4o is trying to be helpful by adding 5 unnecessary bullet points, Claude just gives you the answer in a voice that actually sounds like a professional. And that brings us to the secret weapon, artifacts. Instead of a long chat thread, Claude creates a dedicated workspace for your code, websites, or documents. You can iterate in real time. It's not just a chatbot anymore, it's a production environment. If you're still relying on GPT-4o for deep work, you're fighting your tools instead of using them. For research and quick queries, Perplexity AI is still king. But for the actual creation of complex logic and high-end prose, Claude 3.5 is the only choice. Now, if you want to actually leverage Claude 3.5 Sonnet for coding, stop using the web chat. Use Cursor. It's a fork of V's code, that integrates Claude 3.5 directly into your entire codebase. For complex logic and massive refactors, it's an absolute cheat code. I've put a link in the description to get you started. And for the writers, don't forget Perplexity AI. It's the best way to source raw data and verify facts before letting Claude polish the final prose. The verdict is simple. GPT-4o is fantastic for speed and basic tasks, but for high-level engineering and nuanced copywriting, Claude 3.5 is the superior tool. Period. If this breakdown saved you hours of trial and error, hit the like button. Subscribe to stay ahead of the AI curve. Check the links below for Cursor and Perplexity, and I'll see you in the next one.